guys, welcome to today's video and to my channel if you're new here. I'm Debbie if we've not met before, and in today's video we're going to have a play with this palette. I'm really excited. This is the Nikkie Tutorials and Beauty Bay palette, of course, and I'm not going to be swatching it. There's lots of swatches out there. I'm not a swatcher, I'm terrible at swatching, but I am going to be creating a look with it, just having a play with it really. So yeah, that's the plan for today, so let's just jump straight into it. Hey guys, I bought this on release day. I did the pre-release kind of sign up, so I was able to get it because I'm a palette collector and that's why I wanted it. I'm not going to lie, that even if it doesn't perform well, I'm not going to be disappointed because I wanted it for this packaging. So I'm just going to bring it up close so that you can see, and I'm sure you've seen lots of videos on this already, but just the detail in that packaging is just amazing. I love the bit about makeup shamers, like that's really great on the front there. I don't know if you can see it, but just like the light side and the dark side. And I've never seen a palette that opens in the middle like this. So I don't know if I can do it on camera this way round, but so you open it that way and that way, and you've got the light side and the dark side. The only thing I will say is the dark side isn't what my idea of a dark side would be. Like I would have loved to have seen a lot more deep and kind of, shut that side so it's easier to open, a lot more deeper shades in this side. There's quite a lot of light shades and neutral shades for my money in that dark side, and because there's 20 shades it's not an even split in any case, so I think we could have had all light shades in that side and then we could have gone a lot deeper in this side. Just my opinion. But what I do love is that you've got an ordinary mirror on this side and then you've got a magnifying one on the dark side, and somebody who is blind as a bat like me, that's going to be really useful for me, and I've never seen it done before. But I bought it for the shimmers. I'm just going to bring it up close so that you can really see it, and I don't know if they're reflecting the way that they look, but they're like super textured, almost wet looking in the pan. Not touched them at all, but I'm super excited to do so. So yeah, so we're just going to create my first look with it and see how I get on with it really. From a YouTuber's perspective, it's going to be the most pain in the arse palette to hold up because each bit of it keeps flapping around. So I think what I'm going to do is each time I use it, I'm just going to have like one side open because then I can hold it up. But that shade Aura, that one there, just looks absolutely stunning, so that's going in my look for sure. And you guys know I love red, so that shade Nikkie will be in the look, and I think Blend and Snap as well looks really pretty. So we're going for a pink and red look today anyway. I'm going to start with the deepest colour that I want to use, which is Slasher, and I've primed already using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Chantilly. I'm going to take that shade and really build up a intensity in my crease, and that's pretty pigmented. Wow, these are pressed pigments, so they are the sort of shades I always find easier to just press onto your eyes, particularly if you want to get a good pigment payoff. I think if you were going to buy this palette, you've probably done so already. If you're a Nikkie stan like I am, I've watched Nikkie since the beginning of watching YouTube. She's one of the first channels that I found, and I was just mesmerised by her talent, literally. Like, I don't think there's anyone who works with shadows better than Nikkie, and just creates amazing looks. And she makes it look so easy, like you think you're going to be able to do it yourself, and then when you go to do it you realise her talent, because you realise that it's really not as easy as she makes it look. But this palette was her second one that she's done in collaboration with a brand, and I nearly bought the Power of Makeup one that she put out with Too Faced, and then I watched a few reviews and it wasn't getting the best reviews, and I didn't buy much makeup in those days, so I was very selective about what I bought and I ended up not buying it. But I do kind of regret it because it's, as a collector, a piece of makeup history, so I wish I had it now. But performance wise I hear it wasn't the best, and that she also didn't get the best deal from Too Faced when working with them, which is such a shame. So it's great to see her getting this collab and having the chance to work with a brand like Beauty Bay. pigmented of a burgundy shade that I've ever worked with. I think that's really, really pretty. Really pretty. I'm going to go for a rounded sort of shape today. Just cleaned off this Morphe M506 on a makeup towel because this is going to be my brush for this. I'm going to go with the Nikkie shade, which is the red. I'm going to bring that in the inner part of my crease, and again I'm going to just press that on. And we're not doing any blending yet until I've laid the colours down. That's a beautiful shade, but it reminds me a little bit of one of the red shades that's in the Lois Cosmetics palette. Like, it's not true red, it's sort of an orangey pinky red. I'm a bit of a fussy person for red. This isn't red, this is like pinky, corally, orangey red. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not a true pillar box red, which I would have liked to have seen. Still beautiful nonetheless, and very, very pigmented, as you can see. Just where we've got those two colours meeting, just going to just blend there. This palette was £25 for 20 shades, and to get this amount of pigment, I know it's had mixed reviews because I couldn't resist watching some reviews, but so far I'm quite enjoying it. Right, we're going to use Blend and Snap now, and that's going to be used as like my blending shade. And it's going to take me a little while, I think, to get that edge to blend, but I'm blending all the way around with that shade, because I think that will blend nicely into the red shade and into the pink shade. Really just making a base for that beautiful aura shimmer, which I'm going to put pretty much everywhere on my lid. I'm really starting to realise that this NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer is one of my favourites for using as a base, because it's white enough to really make shades pop, but it's not as grippy and difficult to blend out on as, say, the NYX Jumbo pencil. So if you've got that concealer in your collection and you're like me and you can't really use it as a concealer, because it is very dry as a concealer, I think, and shows up all of my lines and wrinkles on my under eyes really badly. I mean, everything does, but that does even more so. Then definitely get some use out of it as an eye base. I think that's looking really, really pretty. Just taking my time with a really small brush just to blend out sort of 50% on, 50% off of both of the shades that I'm going round. There is a lighter shade that I'm going to blend above that as well, so I've left a little bit of space. I like to use all my eye space. I've got quite a bit of it and I like to use it. What has been said about these is that some of them are better used with your fingers. If you've been around here for a while, you'll know that's not my preferred method of application, and it's why I'm not a swatcher. I hate putting my fingers in my makeup. I just don't think it's a sanitary thing to do. I just don't like it, and it's the quickest way to hard pan shadows in my opinion. So if anyone's coming here for swatches, you're going to be a little bit disappointed, but hopefully what you get from my channel is seeing a little bit of inspiration of what you can do colour combinations wise. I'm going to use Basic Truth just as the blending shade to blend above, so we're blending this out now. It's pretty much the colour of my skin, so you're not seeing it, but it's just helping to just fade everything. And what I will say is I normally get quite a sticking point in this inner corner, and I'm not getting that at all, so either my work on improving in that area is paying off, or these are blending really nicely. Excuse the lighting change there, I just realised I got my overhead like normal lights on rather than just all of my beauty lights, and it always kind of changes the hue, so hopefully things are looking a bit better and you can see the colours better now. So I'm going in with NYX Glitter Primer and I'm going to prime the whole of my lid. I'm going to use my Moon Dust brush by Urban Decay. This one's good at picking up shimmers, and we're going into that aura shade, so the beautiful sparkly peach shade there. It's quite glittery. Not getting any fallout though, so that's good. I'm just literally going to put that over the whole of my eyes. There's some quite loose particles in this glitter, but they're very, very finely milled. But they are quite loose, almost like glitter. I was doing a bit of a clear out of my wardrobe and I've got so much junk in there, and I found these brushes, not brushes, sponge tip applicators, and I'm just wondering how they might work. Still having issues. It's very, very crumbly. Might have to try my fingers and see how that works. Yeah, straight away, as soon as you go in with your fingers, you can kind of melt that shadow down. But the trouble is with that is you've then got no control. I'm not going to achieve any sort of cut crease with these because they're going everywhere. Just going to try and blend around the edges there. Actually going straight in with the sponge tipped applicator but without using a brush first, I'm having a bit more success. I think I am going to just have to do that just to get some intensity. I hate when I have to use my fingers with shadows. I know some people don't mind that, but I don't even like watching other people do it. It's just kind of weird to me. You'll probably hear my cat Benji meowing in the background maybe. Yeah, they're a strange formula. They're kind of dry and flaky, but I've got no fallout either. But super reflective and beautiful on the eyes. But the pan looks proper messed up already, and I've only like dipped in it once or twice, so there's something to know. I want to just kind of intensify this corner here, so sort of a V here with that slasher shade that we started with. So just going sort of on the diagonal there. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take that slasher shade and just bring it around. I'm pretty much going to echo what I've done on the upper part of my eyes. So I'm bringing slash around and then I'm going to blend it into Mick Eye. Just using an E36 by Morphe if you're wondering which brush it is. Just cleaned it off on a makeup towel and I'm just going into the inner part of my eyes with the Mick Eye shade. I'm taking a touch of Blend and Snap just to blend below. Fluffy brush, no additional product, just to pretty much blend everything now. For my inner corner highlight, I'm going to try using Roxy Catan. Sprayed, I think they're a little bit easier to work with, so that might be the way to go next time I use this palette maybe. Normally glitter glue doesn't let me down, but finding these a little bit finicky, these shimmers to work with. Alright, that's what we have right now. I'm just going to hop off camera for something in my waterline, mascara and a lip, and I'll be back with you with the finished look and to sum up my thoughts from the shades that I've used so far. Okay guys, here's the finished look for this one. Really like how it turned out in the end. So I've got Bit Crushed by Lethal Cosmetics in my waterline, beautiful neon pink, and it's really echoing the pink from the crease. And I've got NYX's Epic Ink Liner for my wings. Always have to add a wing if I'm doing a rounded shape. I just like to draw my eyes out a bit, and I think it just adds some balance to all that colour that's going on there. I've got Bad Girl Bang mascara and a Fenty lipstick in the shade Unattached, which I've only just recently bought, but oh, I love the shade of. Love a coral lipstick. If I'm going to wear a bright lipstick, coral is my colour. So yeah, I love how it turned out. My opinions on the palette though, trying to get those shimmers onto my eyes was a struggle. I think if you prefer to dip your fingers in and use your shimmers that way, you probably have no issues whatsoever, but for me then I can't get the precision that I want, and I was finding lots of little specks of the shimmer were kind of going up into my crease where I didn't want them, so then I've had to sort of just blend it all into one and not do it kind of cut crease style. So I don't think you'll be able to use them as a cut crease, or not with my skill level anyway. And I think if you can't use a shimmer with glitter glue or by spraying your brush, they're my two kind of preferred application methods, then I'm probably not going to use that shimmer very often, which is a shame because they're so pretty. I'm just so afraid of like the little specks of glitter getting in my eyes, because there wasn't too much fallout, to be fair. I mean, you can't see specks of glitter on my face, but I'm just so worried when I see a flaky shimmer like that that's going to happen. So not my favourite, but I think a lot of people will like them. But I actually really enjoyed the mattes. I think they're really bright and pigmented. They remind me in application of the Ace Beauté formula. So if you like Ace Beauté, which I know a lot of people don't because they say it's too pigmented off the bat and you can't blend it. But I'm not the greatest at blending and I don't do much blending, so maybe that's why I like them. But I think I've got a fairly good gradient going on there, and I think they work really well. Obviously I've only used a few shades so far, but eager to play with it some more. Probably see what else I can do with those shimmers and how else I can make them work. But yeah, packaging is absolutely standout. I'm so happy as a palette collector to have this in my collection. And yeah, I enjoyed my first outing with it. Guys, did you pick it up? I'll be interested to know because it's sold out at the moment. I think there's going to be a restock. So I don't know if you guys want to see any more looks with it, or whether it's kind of redundant now because, you know, it's all sold out. But then I think a lot of you will have bought it. So if you want to see some more looks with it, maybe from the deeper side, then happy to do so. So drop a comment down and let me know if it's worth my time to do. But thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you consider subscribing before you go. Other than that, guys, have a lovely day or night wherever you are, and catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.